I look up to the sky. Blue ever upwards, crystal clear. Faint clouds as if they were swept in with a brush. I see a bird. It's just a silhouette, but it's most likely a mountain hawk eagle. Perhaps searching for a prey in the field of snow is circle easily, riding on the wind. This read the back cover of one of the most breathtaking and thought-provoking manga I ever experienced, carving its presence deep into my soul every time I revisit its beautiful pages. Coming from a novel written by Bakuyumemakura and the skillful hand of the mangaka Jiro Taniguchi, The Summit of the Gods is a love letter to the world of alpinism and the achievement of the brave man that decided to conquer the most arduous peak on the planet. Jiro Taniguchi is famous for his depiction of mountainous panorama, and I personally think he is the best out there when it comes to that. With every single stroke of ink and masterful use of chiaroscuro, he brings every page to life, and like a sculptor, he chiseled the highest summits in the world piece by piece, creating an almost eerie but bewitching aura around them. And what you can do is just stare in awe in front of these impartial gods with almost reverential feelings. The mountains are alive, and sometimes are as much characters as the climbers themselves. The manga opens on June 8, 1924. George Mallory and Andrew Irvine are attempting to conquer the summit of the Mount Everest for the first time in history. And that was the last time that the two were seen alive. To this day, despite the discovery of Mallory's frozen body on Everest North Face in 1999, it's still not clear whether they failed in their attempt of conquering the summit, or whether they succeeded but got struck by bad weather during their descent. The only hope of uncovering this mystery will be to find a solid proof, like the camera that Mallory brought with him on this cursed climb. Unfortunately, that was not on his body when it was finally discovered, and the question stays unanswered to this day. Our story starts in 1993 in Kathmandu, Nepal. Makoto Fukamachi is a seasoned sport photographer, currently in the region to follow a Japanese expedition attempting to top the tallest mountains of all, the Everest. A sense of emptiness and sorrow seems to follow him from his homeland, looking to escape from something that on the surface not even he knows what could be, trying to lose himself in the maze-like alleys of the Nepalese capital, and letting his shadow swallow him in the attempt to forget. It's during a walk in the intricate roads of the city that Fukamachi stumbles on a peculiar artifact of the past in an inconspicuous bazaar. A 1920 Kodak camera, the same style and model that Mallory and Irvine would have used during the dreadful ascent many years ago. Could this be the actual machine that the two British mountaineers took with them on the attempt? If that's the case, this could solve one of the biggest modern mysteries of alpinism and rewrite Mount Everest history. The discovery of the camera is what kickstarted the events that will then ripple all the way to the end of the 5th volume. This mystery is what drives the plot of the manga, ranging from shades of thriller to action-packed scenes in the street of Kathmandu. But ultimately, this is a human story about obsessions, struggle in the face of adversity, redemption, and the discovery of what really makes us feel alive. As Fukamachi investigates on the origin of the camera, he stumbles into Habu Joji, legendary Japanese mountaineer with a mysterious and troubled past, who harbor an obsession for the climb of the most dangerous summit in the world in the most adverse of circumstances, disappeared from the public eyes after a disastrous expedition to the Mount Everest years prior. He will learn pretty fast that he is hiding something about the history of the camera, and when Fukamachi will start to investigate deeper, their destinies will intertwine for the pursuit of a common goal. We can easily divide the story in two parts, starting with investigation on the mystery of the camera, learning at the same time the tragic past of Habu Joji. Fukamachi will get engrossed by the lone wolf alpinist, becoming almost an obsession as he unearths more and more of its past through flashback of the peoples that once were part of Habu Joji's life. The second part of the story, in my opinion, is the peak of what a manga can deliver as a narrative media. An action-packed crescendo that will peak in a climax that only a handful of other masterpieces have also been able to reach. It's not an overstatement to say that this story will stay with you for the rest of your life. This ending is possible to achieve only thanks to the masterful work that the author made to explore the psyche, emotion and motivation of our two protagonists. Two men so different from each other, looking for completely different answers, but moved by the same obsession and hunger for a life-changing climb. And in both cases, the two will find the answers they are looking for on the summit of the gods, the Mount Everest. As you will read through the pages of this beautiful manga, you will ask yourself why they will risk their life in such a way, thrusting themselves over the limit of human endurance to conquer a summit that looked so close but at the same time impossible to reach. Sometimes human can feel alive only abandoning the comfort of everyday life, and after looking death in the eyes, keep pushing forward to reach a goal precluded to us mere mortals. The Summit of the Gods is an epic story of a man and his personal conquest against his own limitation. No mountain is too high, no peak too distant in his pursuit of this passion for achievement. I believe we can all look at our lives, who we are and where we are going, and maybe learn a valuable lesson or two from this inspiring story.